Hello friends, welcome back to our favorite channel, Farmer Zenith. Myself Sandeep Ambore. Friends, in today's session, we are going to discuss about part 2 of solubility, in which we will discuss what is ideal solubility parameters. After going through this session, we'll come to know what are ideal solubility parameters, regular solution theory, what are units of solubility parameters, what are different applications of solubility parameters, and what are the different methods of determining ideal solubility parameters. Now we'll see these one by one. See, to estimate ideal solubility, some ideal solubility parameters are required. Means to find out solubility, there are some ideal solubility parameters that should be considered or should be estimated. Okay, these are explained with a regular solution theory that we are going to discuss afterwards. Regular solution theory mainly deals with non-polar molecules like polymers, especially molecules like non-polar components, especially polymers that comes under regular solution theory and that deals with it. It suggests a numerical estimation about extent of solubility. Means when we come to know what is regular solution theory, we'll come to know what is extent of solubility. See, according to regular solution theory, one equation is given. This delta 1 is solubility parameter. This delta 1, it is a solubility parameter which is equal to delta U upon V whole to the bracket of 1 by 2, which is also equivalent to bracket delta H minus RT upon V whole to the power of 1 by 2. Now we'll see one by one. This delta 1, it represents solubility parameter that we are going to study. Then delta U, that is numerator delta U, it is molar energy. V, it is molar volume of solvent. And this whole value delta U upon V whole to the power of 1 by 2 represents your solubility parameter. Okay, which is also equivalent to delta H minus RT upon V whole to the power of 1 by 2. Now we'll see what is this delta H. See, this delta H, it is heat of vaporization of solvent. The heat required to vaporize your solvent into a gaseous form. That heat is heat of vaporization and it is represented by delta H. Okay. And this whole value, that is delta U upon V, it is cohesive energy of solvent. It is cohesive energy of solvent. Okay. Now R, in this equation, R represents gas constant, T represents temperature, and V again represents molar volume of solvent and whole to the power of 1 by 2. See, in regular solution theory, this delta 1 represents solubility parameter for solvent. This delta 1 value is for solvent. And when we find out this delta 1 value for delta 2, it will be for solute. And when you differentiate this delta 1 from delta 2, ultimately gives numerical value of solubility. Means subtract value of D2, that is delta 2 solubility parameter value for solute, which is numerically subtracted from D1, that is solubility parameter for solvent. Ultimately, it will give numerical value for solubility. Now we'll see what are the different units of solubility parameters. See, there are two types of units which are presented in conventional mode or SI mode. In conventional way, solubility parameters can be given by calorie per centimeter cube whole to the power of 1 by 2, and along with that calorie, which can be again written as calorie to the power of 1 by 2 into centimeter to the power of minus 3 by 2. See, it is minus 3 by 2, negative to the power of 3 by 2. Okay, and in SI unit, okay, that solubility parameter, it is represented in joule to the power of 1 by 2 multiplied by meter to the power of minus 3 by 2. Again, in Pascal to the power of 1 by 2. So these are two methods by which we can give solubility parameters, conventional and SI. Okay, now you see reflection spot. Can you guess what will be the application of solubility parameters? Till now, we'll come to know what are the different applications of solubility parameters. See, there are different applications of solubility parameter. First one, that is selection of solvent. When you come to know what is solubility parameter and how to find out it, what are the different mechanisms by which we can estimate solubility parameters, we can apply this method. First one, for the selection of solvent, means when we come to know what is the solubility of particular drug molecule in given solvent system, at that time we can define in their ascending or decreasing order of solubility. Okay, then preparation of polarity scale. Along with that, we can find out the polarity scale of your solute and solvent system. Again, this solubility parameter is applied for co-solvency power determination. Chemical kinetic determination means in what rate your chemical interaction is carried out, or in what speed your chemical interaction or solubility is carried out. Then it is also applied for determining mechanism in drug action. Then structural activity relationship is also applications of solubility parameter. And last one, it also applied in drug transport through model membranes. So these are the different applications of solubility parameters. Kindly take note of it. Then now we'll see regular solution theory, its advantages and disadvantages or limitations of that regular solution theory. See, advantage of this regular solution theory is it useful to predict excess free energy of solution. Means when your solute mixes with solvent, it forms a solution. Okay, and in this case, this regular solution theory enables us to predict excess free energy of solution. Okay, and its limitation is it is unable to predict heat of solution and volume after mixing. Means after getting through this regular solution theory, we are not able to predict heat of solution or volume after getting mixed. So it is limitation. Now we'll see what are the different methods of determining ideal solubility parameters. There are different methods by which we can find out ideal solubility parameters of that. First one, Small's method, then Hoy's method, Van Calvin's method, Constable-Felder's method, Rennick method, Feder's method, and Wolff's method. These are all methods that can be used for determination of ideal solubility parameters. Kindly take note of it. Thank you. I think in this session, we all have come to know what is ideal solubility parameter, what are the applications, what are the different advantages and limitations of it, and what are the different methods by which we can easily find out ideal solubility parameters. So thank you very much. And if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe our Pharmazeni channel. Thank you.